Nicole here with Koa. We're going to be going full force into his reactions to men and on bikes and things like that. So we have Danny here, who Koa really likes, and he's on a bicycle currently, and he's going to be helping us as a distraction with Koa. And because Koa loves Danny, we want to make sure that, of course, both parties are safe in this. And having someone familiar on a bicycle, someone that he knows is also a man on a bicycle, will be a lot easier for him to cope with than a stranger on a bicycle. And of course, when we do take him out and things, we want to make sure that he gets plenty of exercise prior to walking or doing a training session or anything like that, so we can kind of release any anxiety or pent-up energy. And I do have some higher value treats here, lamb, and Koa is currently pretty relaxed, so that's very good. And I do have his gentle leader on. I did not use it in a video or two, just because I want to make sure that we can still work with Koa not having the gentle leader on. However, I know he's a very strong dog, and if he wants to go somewhere, he's probably going to go there. So later on in the video, we're going to remove the gentle leader and try to gauge his reactions to Danny on a bicycle. And first thing, what I'm going to do is walk Koa around. I want to make sure that he doesn't have any interest in the bicycle really until the bicycle starts coming by. And when it does start to come by, I want to make sure that I can redirect Koa's attention back to me and then proceed to treat him for ignoring the bicycle and the person on the bicycle. Good sit, good sit, good. Good sit, Koa. Yep. Good. Sit. Yes, good boy. Good sit. So when we do see, a person coming or anything like that, if we feel that Koa will react to them in a negative way, instead of using a lot of force, trying to hold Koa next to us, getting the leash really tight, bracing ourselves for something to happen, we want to simply turn around and go in the opposite direction. And we want to keep a safe distance from the bicycle, something that Koa is comfortable with. So when he is alert but not fixated, that would be a good distance. So we want to make sure when we see Koa's reactions to men walking or people on bicycles, I know we can't stay clear of them all the time, and also when you're walking on a sidewalk, there's not a whole lot of room to move around. So when you're working with Koa, try to walk him in the early mornings or later in the evenings when there's not too many people around. So when you do see a person coming, you can simply ask Koa to, you can have him stay or whatever you would like to do. However, if you do see that he's getting a little anxious or he's really starting to perk up and he's getting a little bit bigger, maybe he's fixated on a person, at that point in time, all you would have to do, turn around, walk the opposite way, keep a safe distance from the person or the object, and then you can reward Koa for good behavior. And we're going to have Danny right now come out on the bicycle, and what I'm going to do is just stay here. I'm not going to approach Danny or anything like that, and I want to make sure that we keep a good distance from Danny. So when we do have a situation where Koa gets fixated, once again we're going to remove him from that situation and keep a safer distance. We can slowly increase the distance between Koa and Danny if he gets really uncomfortable. However, if you find that Koa's body language changes, that is something that you should act on, so you'd be able to get a little bit closer to the bicycle. We would not approach the bicycle straight on. It'll be more off to the side. So if Danny's riding this way, we're going to go in a different direction. All right, so let me bring Koa over here. Okay, so I'm going to ask Danny to ride past Koa on this side in just a second. And when he does, I'm going to start walking Koa in the opposite direction. I want him to be rewarded for ignoring the bicycle. I want him to be rewarded for listening to me. And I don't want any reactions from him unless I tell him. So sit, stay, down or something, but again, very safe distance. If Koa is right next to a bicycle or a person, having him sit or lay down might not be the best idea, just because if he is fearful, having him go into a submissive position might increase his behavior. So you can tell them, hey, just a second, we're going to get Koa just a little bit farther away. We're still in training. Give Koa some space, and then you can proceed to interact with that person, but at a distance. That this way, Koa would not feel the need to protect you. Sometimes the dog might get in front of you or be very, very close to you, touching you, and at that point in time, give them some space. Koa stays over here, and you can stay over here. You don't want him to be right next to your side, so no tension on the leash. If you personally feel that you're getting a little bit nervous or hesitant about that situation, Koa definitely will feel that and he will react. So if you're nervous, remove yourself from that situation and Koa will follow. Pays attention to the bicycle. We don't want any of that really, really skittish, nervous behavior, so we can increase that distance here. He's getting a little anxious with Danny on the bike, so right now I would avoid touching him or giving him any kind of affection right now. I only want to reward calm behavior. Let's try it one more time here.
Hey, 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 hey.
Good, beat it. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so the bike has just broken. Is it possible to still roll it without you on the bike? Okay. I'm going to take, just 1 second. I'm going to take his gentle leader off. The reason being is because he's extremely unhappy with it on his face currently. However, I want to make sure that this does not mean that Koa gets to do whatever he wants. So I'm going to adjust his collar, making sure that it's located right at the top of the neck here, directly behind the ears. This gives me complete control over Koa's movements and everything like that. If I need to redirect his attention to something else, I can do that very simply by utilizing my lead here. Thank you. And here with the bite.
Yeah, popping a willy. I'm popping a willy. What's up, man? Yeah, man, it's going down, man. We at the beach with the bus.
Okay, very good. Want to make sure that we can conquer the bicycle. Big moving things tend to instill some fear in dogs, so desensitizing Koa to everything around that, maybe people on bicycles, a lot of loud noises, banging and things like that. We want to make sure that Koa is very used to those sounds and sights. Make it a lot easier when you do take him out. And you don't have to worry about him reacting out of fear to people or objects, things like that. I'm going to walk by one more time.
Hey, man, what's up, Johnny? Oh, man, what's wrong, man? My bike is messed up, man. Oh, man, it's messed up, man. You going to the